everybody. So here we are at the Ogden Regional Airport, flying on Avelo Airlines. Super cheap flight, $100 per person round trip to Burbank Airport, the Bob Hope Airport. We're going to be narrating this because there's all sorts of just bad background noise and copywritten music and things like that. So here we are flying. This is on Venice Beach, just over by Santa Monica, but checking out the scene on Venice Beach. It was crazy. Tons and tons of homeless camps. It's just a freak show all in itself. It's amazing, but it was a fantastic freak show. Had a ton of fun checking everybody out there, all the live music, little hucksters and buskers. Let's call it that, hucksters and buskers, everywhere on Venice Beach. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And then also, the contact high from all the legal marijuana there. So there's that. So that was kind of crazy. So I shot this entire trip on my Canon point and shoot camera. I didn't want to bring any of my expensive gear with me, so that's why video quality is not the greatest, but it is what it is. Here we are, checking out this busking band. It was there all the time, just at the same spot. This guy over here getting his groove on. Saw all sorts of things like that all over the place on Venice Beach. We were in Santa Monica from July 5 until July 10. So this is a view from Santa Monica Beach again. Temperatures were probably about low to mid 70s the entire time. It was actually kind of chilly compared to Utah's 100 plus degrees, so that was kind of crazy. Electric bikes, electric scooters are everywhere in the Santa Monica Venice Beach area. Just tons and tons of electric vehicle rentals going on there. Cool little hippie bus there. Not sure who, somebody probably lives in there. There's lots of people not only living in tents on the homeless camps on the beach, but also lots of people living in vans on the beach. Here we are this is on Main Street in Santa Monica. This is a bar called Jameson's Bar in Santa Monica. You can just bring your pets in with you. This dog was just chill as hell, just chilling out in this bar. The vibe of these bars is super laid back, super chill, no drama. It was great, bee hanging out casually on my sandy feet on the sand. Checking out this bee on the sand here. Bee's life got to be nice on the beach. Been reading this book for the last 6 months, Genius, about one of my favorite scientists ever, Richard Feynman. Anyway, great book. Santa Monica Beach, got the beach butler service. Definitely worth the money to pay for a beach butler service here. And it's actually pretty cold here. It's probably about 70 degrees, wind's blowing. Water's cold enough that I don't want to get completely wet, so not getting completely wet, just staying here dry, chilling in the sun. One of the things about this visit to this particular spot on this beach here on Tuesday, we had the beach butler, and the next I guess you can call set of seats next to us, where there was a guy, this Hollywood mogul type of guy, I guess you could say. He was talking loudly on his phone for about a good half an hour about striking up a deal between Warner Brothers and Sony. Sounded like it was about a deal with a movie about David Geffen. He was reading the David Geffen book, and he was talking animated and loudly about making the deal between Warner's or Sony, pitting the one against the other. The guy, it was a very interesting conversation, this guy talking to whoever he was talking about making this deal, with the better of the companies, Warner or Sony. I don't know. It was very interesting to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. So it was this guy. I think his first name was Lanny. He had some ladies with him, or maybe his wife or whatever. But very interesting cat, just just talking it up like a Hollywood mogul on the beach. I think the fashion accessory du jour is a dog. Literally, probably, I don't know, literally, probably hate superlatives like that. But anyway, you saw dogs on leashes everywhere. Everybody had a dog. It was seriously the fashion statement of the day. Like you couldn't go anywhere without somebody having a dog as their fashion statement. And it was kind of cute and everything, but I'm like, hopefully they're good dog owners, because whatever, the dogs are cute as hell. But yeah, dogs everywhere. Here, I'm over here checking out using my sunglasses as an ND filter on my camera to kind of see if it works as an ND filter. Kind of makes the image a little bit better. ND filters are commonly used on professional cinematography cameras and photography cameras. So, basically your sunglasses are a form of ND filter. I'm over here trying that experiment with my point and shoot pocket camera and the sunglasses on my head. The effect sort of worked. It wasn't the best effect ever, but yeah, it kind of worked. You can kind of see the effect a little bit of the ND filter. ND also stands for neutral density, just a fancy term for sunglasses for your camera. And this is down towards the Santa Monica Pier, over sort of by Muscle Beach, but over by Santa Monica Pier. I love hanging out on the pier. It's either the beginning or the ending of the world famous Route 66, which goes from Chicago to the Santa Monica Pier. So that's, I'm not sure if it's the beginning or the ending. I forget, but I guess it depends on what side of the Route 66 you're on. It's the beginning or the ending, whatever. But it's one of the points of Route 66. And incidentally, that little amusement park on the Santa Monica Pier, an all-day ride pass is $40 per person to ride the rides all you want. There's not that many rides. The crowds are thick, lines are long, and the rides not that impressive. But hey, if you want to blow $40 for the day to hang out on the rides at the Santa Monica Pier, go ahead and do that. That's cool. Interesting to note, the merry-go-round that's on the Santa Monica Pier, I didn't get any photographs of the Santa Monica Pier merry-go-round. I'll drop a photo in here though, but the band Tough photographed their debut album cover artwork on the Santa Monica Pier merry-go-round. As part of my duties as an official Red Symbols artist, I dutifully attached a Red Symbols sticker to a post at the Santa Monica Pier. That was great, although a couple of days later that sticker had been removed, but hey, I got a great photo opportunity with it and it served its purpose. It was great. This is looking down the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. Here we are, Sunset Boulevard, Whiskey A Go-Go, another Red Symbols sticker right by the Whiskey A Go-Go, world famous, iconic nightclub. Alright everybody, the world famous Whiskey A Go-Go, bucket list gig right there. One of these days, one of these years, I'll be playing there, so see you soon. That's the Motley Crue pad that's right across the street from the Whiskey A Go-Go. Notoriously, Motley Crue partied there all the time. Tower Records, empty building. The facade's still there, but the building's empty. It's no longer in business. It's a paid parking lot right now. The Viper Room. Here we are on Sunset Boulevard. The Viper Room. This is right where River Phoenix dropped dead. Sadly, back in the 90s, I believe, was when River Phoenix died outside of the Viper Room. Another Sunset Boulevard iconic nightclub. Across the street from the Roxy and the Rainbow, next door to each other. Roxy and Rainbow, very iconic places for the LA rock and roll scene, hair metal scene, rock, all the famous bands. Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead has a life-size statue at the Rainbow. Lemmy was a regular at the Rainbow, so that was his spot. Inside the Rainbow, tons and tons of rock and roll memorabilia. I'm sitting in front of a Motley Crue photograph. I'm not sure if Motley Crue actually sat in this booth or not. It didn't say who was actually in this booth, but Motley Crue famously or infamously spent all sorts of time at the Rainbow. Legend has it they had all sorts of oral favors paid to them at the Rainbow. I'm not sure if that's to be believed or not. I don't know. There's some camps that believe it's true. Some camps believe it's just make-believe, just to sell some records and some books. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wish I was. Anyway, but Motley Crue is famous for hanging out at the Rainbow, and also for meeting up with Elektra Records at the Rainbow. I'm not sure if they actually signed their contract at the Rainbow, but this is the inside of the Rainbow Bar and Grill. We stopped in there to grab a snack and some soft drinks, before we headed off the Sunset Strip. The vibe there was unreal. It was just like, you could just feel that, history has happened in this place. Also realizing that within about a 1 square mile of land on the Sunset Strip, so much world-changing history occurred in that little small piece of land, in changing the landscape of music, art, and entertainment. Just kind of mind-blowing to just realize and feel the vibe of, things that change the world in that little space of land. Kind of unreal vibe going on there. Tito's Tacos, here we go. I painted a painting of Tito's Tacos. I'll try to find a photo of that painting and drop it into this little section here. It's a world-famous, legendary taco stand. A friend of mine told me about 10 years ago. I painted her the painting of Tito's Tacos, and actually having after experiencing Tito's Tacos, being honest with you, it's underwhelming and overrated. That's just my experience. And here we are in Chinatown in Los Angeles. Got your live catfish going on here. All sorts of live fish tanks was in this market in Chinatown in Los Angeles. We spent a good 2 or 3 hours just wandering Chinatown. Got lost in this labyrinth of mazes of just everything and anything for sale. It was just unbelievable what was, for sale in this Chinatown district in Los Angeles. This is outside a Chinese temple, just in the Chinatown district. I'm not sure which religion it is exactly, because I'm not that educated, so admittedly so, but nonetheless the architecture and the view of it was really striking, very beautiful. And back on the Santa Monica Pier, another day during our trip, walking down towards the ocean from the pier. This area used to be open to vehicle traffic. It's no longer open to vehicle traffic. Over back on the Santa Monica beach, there's this guy out here. He had a couple of fishing lines set up on the beach, and within about 10 minutes of casting his first line, he caught a fish. It was probably about an 8-inch long fish. I'm not sure what type it is. I don't know. Didn't go talk to the guy, but within about 10 minutes of him casting his first line, he caught his first and only fish for that day. He was there for about an hour or two, casting his 2 lines out, and only caught the one fish, and then he packed it up and went home. But very interesting to watch that. You got your airplanes flying by with their banners. This is on Venice Beach again. This is a bar that looks out onto Venice Beach. We stopped in here one of the days to grab some lunch and some beers, and had some great wings, great beer. Watching the band busking outside the bar on Venice Beach. It was just super chill, super laid back atmosphere. It was just fantastic. Also, great beer. This is the motel we stayed at in Santa Monica. It was on Main Street in Santa Monica. It's like something called the Seashore Motel or something to that effect. I forgot its actual name. It was really nice, super great location, about 2 blocks right off the beach. and we spent I don't know, like I think the room cost was about $225 per night on it, which is pretty reasonable given the area we were at. It was right by the beach, very convenient. We got to borrow beach chairs, things like that to be able to go out on the beach. The car that we had rented from Hertz was a 20. This is back on Venice Beach. I love the sayings on these dolphin shorts of these ladies, things like that. Hey, this ass isn't gonna slap itself. Stop staring at my cock. Stop staring at my dick. Whatever. God bless that ass. Stop looking at my dick. These were super fun things for sale on Venice.